Hello, people. It's 5:17 a.m. in the morning in Perth, Australia. I'm really sad, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, especially this early in the morning. But today's story, hot off the press. Forget about the corona pandemic in Australia. That's nothing, okay? We are suffering now a toilet paper wipeout. Thousands, people, thousands of rolls are feared destroyed as delivery truck crashes and bursts into flames. Oh, good God, the shit's about to hit the fan. Delivery truck carrying toilet paper has crashed and burst into flames in Queensland. Semi-trailer caught fire on the Gateway motorway near Murray in Brisbane on Wednesday night as toilet paper panic buying intensified across Australia. Do people not realise that if you're not eating, you don't have to wipe your ass because there ain't nothing to shit out? Firefighters and ambulance crews rushed to the scene, with the truck blocking the northbound lanes of the motorway. Queensland ambulance spokesman told Daily Mail Australia, sorry, it's too early, I haven't even had a couple of sips of coffee. It's too busy sitting here fucking laughing. A Queensland ambulance spokesperson told Daily Mail Australia the truck driver was unharmed and no other vehicle was involved in the crash. Queensland police urged motorists to avoid the area. I look at that scene. My issue is not that the fact that the crapper roll went up in smoke. And from what I can see on the side of the truck here, maybe he lost 100 rolls. The rest looks pretty full inside. But anyway, moving forward. My question here would be, look at the truck. It's understood the cabin of the truck, which was also carrying wood. The cabin wasn't carrying wood. The truck was also carrying wood, all right? Melted onto the road after the explosion. Melted. Let me repeat that for you one more time. Melted onto the road after the explosion. Is it just me? Or in a normal... Oh, listen, nothing's fucking normal anymore, people. It's just not. Melted onto the road? But let's move forward. Let's press forward. We have a fucking crapper-roll pandemic in Australia. Excavators and forklifts were called to the scene to try and clean up the mess. Increasing concerns about coronavirus have seen a spike in demand for everyday essentials, particularly toilet paper, which is racing off the shelves. I have this image where toilet rolls have automatically grown a couple of little legs and they're running out the door. Get me the fuck out of here. Increasing concerns about coronavirus. I've seen a spike. not in demand of people buying food. See, now that's another thing, because yesterday I read an article where some supermarkets, the shelving is empty. Now, firstly, is the shelving empty because they're stock taking and they haven't refilled the shelves until they finish stock taking, and then they refill the shelves? I mean, I've been down to my local supermarket, and there are times where certain things that I look for, they're not on the shelf. But I'm sure if you ask for them, somebody will go out the back and check to see and pull out one of the boxes and bring you whatever it is that you need. Kleenex, one of the country's biggest brands, owned by Kimberly-Clark, told customers on social media it is in the midst of making more rolls. Australia, don't panic. If this isn't the stupidest fucking story ever. Look at the warehouse is full of fucking asswipe, you know? Asswipe for when shit hits the fan. We are working around the clock at our mill in South Australia to keep the supermarket shelves stocked with Kleenex complete clean toilet paper. As you can see, we won't be running out anytime soon, it said, sharing a photo of the Kleenex warehouse piled high with columns of toilet paper. It hopes the round-the-clock production will help to slow the panic as Australian families stock up, fearing a total supermarket shutdown. Well, let me tell you something. If it happens so that there's a total supermarket shutdown, it's not because of fucking coronavirus. That's what people need to be looking at. This is despite toilet paper being produced en masse in Australia and no supermarkets reporting a shortage. This is despite toilet paper being produced en masse in Australia and no supermarkets reporting a shortage. It comes as the killer coronavirus threatens to become a global pandemic, with 3,200 people already dead. Well, that's not a bad figure considering there's, what, 7 billion of us, 9 billion of us? That's not bad. 3,200 people already dead and more than 94,000 infected. Go and check how many die from flu, people. Oh, look at Costco. They're lined up all the way to the back of the store. This is what you call useless eaters, useful idiots, parasites, terrorists. No wonder the elites fucking sit up there and piss themselves laughing. No wonder they continually do this. Either drop a person, drop an issue, drop an event, and the useless eater just fucking runs with it. Stop playing the fucking game. Forget about your fucking ass for a moment and stop playing the game. If nothing else, I guess all these folks will have a shitload of toilet paper and they won't have to shop for toilet paper for the next 12 fucking months. Kleenex, a reserve of supplies, will be welcomed by Australian customers in shops around the country as rolls have become increasingly scarce on supermarket shelves. Well, didn't I just read something here? This is despite toilet paper being produced en masse in Australia and no supermarkets reporting a shortage. And we'll come down here. Australian customers in shops around the country as rolls have become increasingly scarce on supermarket shelves. Woolworths has introduced a 4-pack per customer limit on toilet paper, while one Aldi store in Epping radically limited customers to 1 packet a day. When I see this kind of shit, people, it just says to me that this is why society is in the mess that it's in. Because nobody ever really wants to look to see what's going on, really, what's going on. You know? Where were we? Supermarket shelves have also been stripped of other stock, including hand sanitizer and long-lived foodstuffs like tinned goods and dried pasta through excessive panic buying. Let me teach you fuckwits that want to stock up on shit, okay? 1, go and buy yourself a bag of rice. 2, go and buy yourself a box of mee goreng noodles. There's 40 in a box. It costs you, I think, $12 for 40 packets of mee goreng noodles in a box. And that there is enough to last you for 40 days if you were to eat a packet a day. If there's a pandemic, you don't look at variety. See, yesterday, alright, yesterday or last week, what you would have been doing is you would have been standing in the toilet fucking roll aisle in the supermarket, and you would have been looking at the pretty pictures on the toilet paper. Which toilet paper do I need today? What pretty pictures are on the toilet paper, like your fucking ass has eyes and can see? Today, you're standing in queue. You're not going to give a flying fuck whether that toilet paper has got pictures on it or not. And you know what's the saddest thing of all? Is that this happened in Queensland. This truck that just melted on the road, that was supplying Queensland with toilet paper. This truck can no longer deliver toilet roll to Wobbly Boost, to Das, to all of my friends that live in Queensland. People, my advice to you is head for the bush and use some gummy leaves, or if you got some good fucking green grass out the front, just drag your ass in the grass. And there you have it, people, the morning news, straight to you from Perth, Australia, at 5:31 a.m. now. We are suffering a pandemic. A pandemic. It's called the toilet paper wipeout. I'll catch you guys some other time. Keep wiping that ass, 'cause you're getting butt fucked royally.